In this video, we will rank the best new web series released in September and October 2023. Today's selection will include some of the most well-liked shows that have returned with new seasons, as well as several brand new science fiction, fantasy, action, and thriller series. So if you're looking for new series to watch, then these 10 web series options are an excellent place to choose from. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Everybody Loves Diamonds. It is a heist thriller series directed by Gianluca Maria Tavarelli. The narrative centers on Leonardo and his gang of robbers who try to trick high-level security to rob priceless diamonds valued at hundreds of millions of dollars from the Antwerp Diamond Center. Inspired by the actual Diamond Center robbery incident, the show tells the story in 8 episodes, reliving both the heist and its aftermath, while the first episode establishes the context, introduces the characters, and describes their roles in the heist. But there are numerous flashbacks, which somewhat unsettles the ongoing narrative. The show is entertaining and tweaks the traditional heist narrative to grab viewers' interest in the characters rather than just focusing on the heist. Although there are moments when the plot seems stretched, there is enough tension and a few unexpected turns to keep you interested the entire time. Number 9. Goosebumps. It is a horror comedy series developed by Rob Letterman and Nicholas Stoller. In general, The Goosebumps is a well-known collection of horror stories by R.L. Stine that have become famous for their tense and suspenseful storylines, as well as their way of integrating paranormal elements. There was also a 1995 series of the same, as well as a few movies that you may have seen earlier. Compared to the 1995 show, this series favors episodic narration, while keeping many of the famous Goosebumps creatures and themes. The plot revolves around a team of 5 teenagers who, inadvertently, unleash otherworldly entities upon their community while on a dark and twisted trip to explore the tragic death of a boy called Harold Biddle. Together, they all take on supernatural investigations and uncover terrible truths from their parents' backgrounds as they fight to save the town. The plot progression and scripting are a little darker, so grown-ups will also enjoy them. The scary moments are effective and simply creepy enough to be entertaining. Number 8. It is a superhero drama series developed by Craig Rosenberg, Evan Goldberg, and Eric Kripke. It is a spin-off of The Boys, and while it lacks the charm and impact that the original show had on audiences, it is still worth watching if you appreciate dark concept shows. The show follows young superheroes who enroll in the Godolphin College of Crime Fighting, overseen by Vought, where they are tested and have their skills demonstrated. The primary focus of the narrative centers on Marie Moreau, who wants to join the prestigious superhero group The Seven. And when she receives a full scholarship to Godolphin, she gets one step closer to her ambition. Every episode delves into the struggles of a group of rival superheroes who strive for the highest spot in the school by pushing their ethical and athletic abilities. However, the plot twist occurs when the students are forced to confront their destiny as heroes after learning college secrets. 6 episodes have premiered, and the final 2 will be available in the upcoming 2 weeks. Overall, the show has met expectations in many areas thus far, particularly in terms of an energetic plot, dark humor, and an underlying mystery and action that keep you hooked. Number 7. Lessons in Chemistry. It is a 2023 thriller drama miniseries based on the book of the same name by Bonnie Garmus. The story takes place in the 1950s and centers on Elizabeth Zott, a woman whose dreams of becoming a scientist collapse when she learns she is having a baby and is terminated from her workplace. After being dismissed from her work as a lab tech, she takes advantage of her new employment as the host of a 1960s TV cookery show called Supper at 6 to teach women about intellectual matters. The narrative is really interesting because of the story shift as she goes from giving up on her ambition to choosing to follow her interests in cooking and science while pushing down challenges. If you are comparing it to the book, you could be let down because the series incorporates creative storylines which have their ups and downs. However, its underlying layers of plot that expand on romance, drama, and history give the show a feel-good vibe, which turns out great. The standout performance of the series is Brie Larson's portrayal of Elizabeth. She really lives up to the role. The show now has 3 episodes, with a new one coming out each week. Number 6. Bodies. It is a crime thriller series created by Paul Tomlin. The narrative centers on 4 detectives who are looking into the exact same crime in 4 separate eras of London. The show opens in the present, with London detective Shahara Hassan discovering a dead person on Long Harvest Lane while pursuing someone during protest. In 1941, investigator Whiteman receives an unexplained request inviting him to Long Harvest Lane, where he discovers a body. Similar to this, Detective Edmund discovers the body in 1890, and Detective Maplewood uncovers the body in 2053. Although the circumstances surrounding each person's discovery of the body varies, the body remains the same. What happens next is a puzzling mystery that appears to mysteriously exist outside of time, but the pieces start to fit perfectly, and matters become increasingly weirder as the investigators assist one another in their quest. Although the story does not make sense all the time, it succeeds in finding a good balance between brilliantly insane and simply silly, owing to its boldly high-concept storytelling and faithful depiction of multiple time periods. Number 5. Our Flag Means Death. It is an historical comedy series created by David Jenkins. The second season of the show has begun airing. Thus far, 7 episodes have been released, and the final 2 will be aired on October 26th. And for those who are unfamiliar with this show, here is a short overview of the show's main theme. The show is partially based on the real story of a rich 18th century gentleman, Stede Bonnet, who gave up his life's worth of luxury in order to become a pirate. The story follows Bonnet as he makes his way through the risky pirate world, getting into hilarious situations along the way. The second season picks up immediately after the events of the first, in which the crew has been separated and some have fallen under Blackbeard's authority as he seizes charge of the ship while Stede gets stranded on an island. Season 2 adds new characters and takes a more serious approach while maintaining the show's unique traits and comedy. Meanwhile, Stede and Blackbeard's friendship takes a volatile shift as they encounter obstacles and their possible meeting. The show's greatest asset is the way it humorously reinvents the pirate genre while fusing historical occurrences with humorous aspects. It was just as enjoyable for me as the first season. Number 4. Arthur Chronicles: The Sword of Ahriman. It is an epic fantasy adventure series directed by Kim Kwang-shik. If you've been waiting for the second season, it's here, but it's not available on Netflix. Instead, it can be found on Disney Plus in a lot of regions, while season 1 is still available on Netflix. The initial season presented the mythical country of Arthur and told the tale of Yoon Seum, who was feared to bring the downfall of the kingdom and his numerous hardships until he managed to become a member of the Wayhan clan. However, Yoon Seum was led towards the fulfillment of his destiny when the Wayhan group was forced into slavery. Season 2 picks up 8 years after the first season, with a long-awaited battle on the horizon. While Ta Gon and Yoon Seum prepare for an attack, internal rivalries arise as revolts and vengeance await. This season's central dispute is who will rule Arthur and what the future holds for the rising empire. All things considered, Season 2 offers a gripping journey into an age of governance, warfare, and murky friendships with a riveting blend of elements that keep fans on the edge of their seats throughout each episode. If you're looking for something along the lines of Game of Thrones, look no further. Number 3. Wolf Like Me. It is a comedy drama series directed by Abe Forsyth. This is one of the best underappreciated shows of 2022, and its second season premiered on October 19, 2023. The first season is about a man named Gary who works hard toward bettering his daughter's life and meets an unusual woman named Mary who has a magical secret. Mary and Gary try to establish a family together, but can it work out given Mary's secret? That is the question that is ultimately answered in the end. Season 2 delves into Mary and Gary's approaching parenthood, highlighting new challenges involving Mary's concern about hurting the child and Gary's mistrust regarding Mary's biological instincts. Meanwhile, a strange guy named Anton appears with his own dark mysteries and tries to create more problems for Gary's expanding family. In general, the second season is superior and more outstanding, utilizing the strongest aspects of its narrative to a greater extent that turn out to be beneficial to the drama and its main characters. Additionally, it establishes a plot for a possible third season. Number 2. Moving. It is a fantasy action drama directed by Park In-ja. The show's central plot revolves around a team of spies attempting to shield their children with superpowers from misuse at the expense of evil organizations. They were first chosen for their amazing skills, but after being assigned questionable tasks, they vanished beyond any sign. The present-day story centers on their kids, who are showing off abilities similar to their own, while unknown killers are quickly eliminating those with superhuman abilities. The parents have no choice but to emerge from exile in order to defend their children, and they must transform into the powerful beings they once were. Don't be tricked by the seemingly straightforward premise, it has several special aspects that set it apart from other superhero shows. Although the series is action-packed, it maintains its reliance on the family drama cliché, which makes the story more engaging and character-driven. The action sequences are slick, and the narrative offers a fresh take on the superhero genre that you are going to cherish. It is one of the most watched 2023 series on Disney+. Number 1. Loki. It is a sci-fi fantasy series created by Michael Waldron. Just as anticipated, this season exceeded all expectations and is so enticing that it will give you numerous theories about what is taking place and who is responsible. Season 2 debuted on October 5, 2023, with 3 episodes currently available, and the remaining 3 episodes will air weekly. The series begins shortly after the first season ends, with the timeline collapsing and the formation of a multiverse, and depicts Loki's arrival in an unknown TVA where nobody recognizes him. In the first 3 episodes, Loki works with TVA agents Mobius, Hunter B-15, and other TVA employees to navigate the multiverse in search of Sylvie, Ravonna Renslayer, and Miss Minutes. The series showcases unusual adventures as Loki attempts to restore the tangle of timelines, but will he succeed? If you know anything about Kang, you will know the answer. The appeal of this show lies in its unpredictable nature. You never know what is going to happen or which new character or Easter egg you will come across next. There is no way you should miss this one if you saw season 1. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.